Right. Just to start off, it was a hard-fought game. One that had a lot of swings to it. Was one that I thought our guys battled throughout and just made some mistakes there that truly cost us. Turning the ball over. Penalties. Times where we had some miscommunication. Obviously coming on the road, it was challenging atmosphere. And I thought at times, we let our passion and emotion, probably go a little too far. We weren't in control of our response in certain situations, which put us in some challenging situations. Defensively, I thought, you look at the first half, we weren't very good on third downs and on either side of the ball. Something that improved in the second half, but had the third quarter, the couple of turnovers really hurt us. But just like this team's done throughout the course of the season, they continue to battle and they continue to fight, put themselves in a position there at the very end to get an opportunity. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capitalize on that. It's a hard way to end this season because I've seen a team that is. They've been knocked down. Had all odds against them, but they just continued to respond. They continued to work. They continued to believe, and you got to see that once again on display today. But some of the little things and mistakes that showed up, or that you have to be able to perform in the moment. They cost us, and I'm grateful for that group of young men in there. They're hurting. They've done what I've asked them to do. They continue to believe. They continue to invest. They believed in each other. They believed in the staff, and I was fully confident. Even when we found ourselves down 17 in the fourth quarter, we'd find a way. We'd make a run. And just unfortunately came up a little short, and you got to give credit to our opponent. I mean, they did a good job. It was an emotional day. Great rivalry. It's one of those things that this game is going to come down to those handful of plays, and we've got to be better at being able to execute those and to maintain our poise and composure throughout the course of the contest. And but once again, proud of our guys for the way that they battled throughout this season. Just hate that we came up short today. Yeah, Jordan got banged up there early. It was challenging situation for him, but he was able to bounce back and really battled throughout the course of the game. I thought he showed tremendous toughness. He's been through some tough moments throughout this season, and we talk about the experiences that you have, and what you learn from them, and the things that you can apply and do as you move forward. As much as anything, I think this season has shown guys what they can do, and I thought he did a tremendous job in coming back, and had some extraordinary plays that helped put us in position to come back and have a chance there at the end. Yeah, I told him. I mean, we're all hurting. I mean, it's I hate that it's the last game. But I told him thank you. I told him how grateful I was for what they invested throughout this year. This year for the rest of their lives will be a lesson and an experience that they can always refer back to. In life, you're going to get knocked down sometimes, and you're going to find challenging situations. You're going to maybe have everything stacked against you. But if you continue to believe, continue to work, continue to invest, you work to do things the right way, it'll once again prove to you what you can do and what you can overcome. And I just told him how grateful I was for that, for the experience, for the example. Some guys played their last game as Florida State Seminoles, and I'm so grateful for all that they did, for the leaders that they were. They were tremendous. And we've got a young football team. We got a team that we're going to be able to look back at this game, and there's going to be a dozen plus plays that if any one of them go differently, it's going to be a different outcome. But that's reality. And you harp on the little things. You harp on being in the moment, poise, composure, in how we react and how we respond. And with all the right intentions, when you find yourself outside of that, you allow yourself to maybe come up short or not play to the ability of what you're capable of. And I think that was demonstrated at times today. And but they never lost heart. They continued to battle, and I just. Even there to the very end, I believed in what they would do and what they would accomplish, and unfortunately we came up a little short. It's his toughness, his heart, his character. How much this team means to him. There's only so much you can do by yourself, but when you care and believe in those that are around you. When you believe in more than just yourself, and you're willing to invest in that, and you're willing to put in the work and build that up. I mean, it's amazing to what you can accomplish. And Jordan is he's a tremendous young man with a phenomenal heart. And even tonight or today, I mean, it was his first series. He goes down and I couldn't get, obviously did everything he could just to be able to get back, and for him to go in and play the rest of the game and to be able to finish in some of the plays that he made, really proud of him, and had just tremendous heart.
How frustrating was just special teams kind of all year, but even in this game you had a big drop, and that's something you really pride yourself on and pride your program to have good special teams.
Yeah, it's something that it's critical, and we invest a lot of time, in working in that phase, and for that to show up, and there's been good and bad moments, but there's tonight. I mean, there were some critical mistakes that were made, and it's not just one moment, not just one play, but as a whole, we need special teams to be something that is a positive for us. And there were too many times this year where I don't know if we displayed the investment that we make, and the time that we put into it. Some of that is with young players, some of that is with guys that you just have to continue to grow and develop, but it definitely has to continue to get better, and I know we're going to work at that, and it will be.
It was a 7-7 game. You guys had the ball 10 in the first half and start the second half, and weren't able to come up with anything. How critical was that?
That was something that we started pushing down the ball down the field there right before halftime, and it was bang bang. We had a timeout. We're trying to get to a situation where we could potentially get a field goal opportunity and get points, but then coming out and not getting to get that jump start early in the third quarter. Third quarter was tough on us. We just everything that probably could go wrong did. It seemed like one of those situations, and you can go back now and you look at it and you're like, well, this or this or this, I wish I would have, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's what we get to, what we have to reflect back on, what we have to live with, and what we have to choose to go improve on as we move forward. But the third quarter was tough. I thought our guys responded phenomenally there in the fourth quarter, and battled there to the end.
Mike, it probably wasn't the season that he envisioned, but what was it like coaching Mackenzie?
Mackenzie's a great young man. He's got tremendous, leadership qualities. He's definitely benefited our football program. I'm honored for every day that I got the chance to be around him. His work, the investment in his teammates, really trying to help establish the foundation for what Florida State is going to be built upon as we move forward. Love the young man, and just a tremendous inspiration to all those that have followed his career, and what he did here.
Mike, what have the last 2 years taught you about yourself and about this program as you try to rebuild? I love the opportunity to get to do what I do, and to be able to stand in front of those players. It means everything, because I'm never going to ask them to do something I'm not willing to do. And I try to invest for them to be the best that they can be. I want to challenge them. I want to hold them to a standard of how they operate and what they do. And, as you look through the season, there's there's always going to be outside noise. There's always going to be people that are going to tell you what you can't accomplish. And, we'll point out every issue that there might be. But when you can stay focused on the things that you can control, and you can believe in each other, you can speak victory over young men. You can help them see what they can accomplish, and then you start seeing that change. You start seeing the way that they mature. And we had a lot of freshmen that play, guys that newcomers. People come from all different places, but to go through a season and to see a team form, man, that's what this is about. And when you're sitting there 0-4 with people, from all different places, and some guys have been here for 1 year, some guys have been here for 6 years, but the relationship was built, an investment was made, and it's I know good Lord blessed me to the opportunity to come and be here, and I truly believe that I'm made for this, to help those guys, to more than anything else, just if it's inspiring and showing them, giving them opportunities to be challenged, giving them opportunities to respond. But I'm just grateful for what I get to do. And the last 2 years, if you had told me to envision a lot of the things that we've had to go through, or that have occurred, probably nobody would have expected that. But thank God that it did, because we've learned a lot of lessons. And I think that the heart of this team, the character of this team, the foundation of what we're building upon, it's about the right things. And there are great days ahead for Florida State football. I promise you that. Right? And it's because of those guys that are in there.
Mike, with that mind, what is your next step for this team?
Continue to work. We're going to have guys that they played their last game today, and I'm forever grateful for them. But our guys, it was a tough season. There were some challenges that, physically. To have guys that, how they played as much as they did, just, the investment that they made trying to get their bodies to go out there and perform. We got to rest up. They're going to be, we get in the offseason. Obviously, we got recruiting. We're hitting the road first thing tomorrow morning. I'm on a 6 o'clock flight, and we are going to, because that is something that is critically important, that we continue to find the right fit for Florida State and who we bring in here. As we finish up academically, I want to finish strong. As a football program, we're establishing a new standard there in how we compete academically, and that's something that we have to continue to push. Because once again, our guys are building confidence in what they can do. And then as we get in this off season, we just have to continue to grow up as a program. We've got to, the little things, the fundamentals, the consistency of execution. We've seen some really good flashes of that through this back half of the season. But we've got to continue to allow that to be our identity day in and day out. And I fully believe that these guys are going to be able to accomplish that. And it's what we're going to work for each and every day.
Winning 5-year last 8, and 2 losses being here in Clemson in one-possession games. What do you think that does for the basketball coming back?
Well, to say that they believe, they see the examples. The expectation and the challenges of the standard of how we operate. It's hard. And I tell every person that comes into this program, player, coach, there's probably a lot of other places that you go that'll be a little bit easier. But we're going to push, because we are going to do this the right way. Because I promise you, success is coming here to Florida State. Because of these young men, because of how they operate, because of what they do. And when we get there, we're going to stay there. And because it just becomes who you are. Everything that we're going to do, we got to push to be our best. And you saw that work, you saw that belief, you saw that commitment, and how that played out through the back half of the season when, whether anybody gave us a chance or not, those kids believed that they could. They believed in what they could accomplish. And, once again, today you find yourself in the fourth quarter, you're down 24-7. It's, you're playing in the last game of the season. There's some teams that would lay down. Our guys just continue to fight, because it's what they do every single day. And, this is a confident football program in where we're going. And nobody likes the results. Nobody likes the record. I sure don't. But I'm proud of the experiences. I'm proud of the lessons, because I know that we're going to take the lessons and we're going to apply them to improve as we move forward. And, that's the things that we can control. And, players, coaches, everybody involved. We've got to all improve. We got to all be more consistent, and that's something that I know we're committed to working on as we get to spring or winter program. All those things that we have to establish that. But you've seen the example of what it can be.
Got time for a couple more.
Jermaine Johnson's legacy will be here at Florida State, even though he was only here for 12 games.
Such a special player, and I grabbed him and gave him a hug after the game. Even today, just watching the effort of which he played with. There's so many effort plays. Him running sideline to sideline. The sacks are one thing. The TFLs, just the effort, the care, the work ethic. He impacted the future of Florida State football because he chose to come here to help establish a foundation. When he came through the door, I told him that we needed him to be an example of what a leader should look like. He embraced that, and I don't know if I've seen a better display of how that carried over to the field. He's got an unbelievable future in front of him. For him to come in and do the things that he did, I can't wait to watch him at the next level, as he will make some organization incredibly proud for not only the player but the person, the work ethic, the leader. I mean, he'll be remembered at Florida State for a long, long time because of what he did in this one season, and it shows what can be accomplished. And he chose to do something that was a little different. Probably a little bit further. Programs are a little further along and are more established in what they do. He chose us. And he knew exactly what he was getting himself into, and he just said yes. And he was able to go out there and have an incredible season, one that will be remembered. And I'm forever grateful for him.
Do you have a feeling for how active you're going to be looking at the transfer portal?
It's for us. There's always going to be needs at different positions. We'll kind of evaluate that as we get here these next couple weeks of what our roster is going to look like. COVID provides a different opportunity or, with the roster management and how, guys have the opportunity to potentially come back, for another year of eligibility. We've got to see how that works. And then, we'll make sure that we find the best fit for Florida State, whether that's transfer market, whether that is the transfer portal, whether that's the recruiting, high school, junior college, whatever that might be. We're gonna go out there and make sure we're bringing the right fit to Florida State that can come in here and make an impact, getting our program back to where it deserves to be.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.
We've got Jermaine Johnson will be at the podium next.